Alright, footy fans, get ready to join the chat as we talk everything about footy. Here at the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, P.J. and Breno.
Hey footy fans, welcome to another episode of NRL Live Chat 2.0. It's our podcast and we're your hosts. I'm Breno and of course our tipster extraordinaire is with me. We have PJ. How you doing, mate?
Going well, buddy. What a week of football. We've had some headlines, some drama, some absolute cracking games. Oh, it's been fantastic.
Yeah. Before we go any further, check out their hats. Yoo-hoo. We've gone and lashed out and got some merch just for the podcast. Not released to public yet, but if you're interested, hit us up. Great weekend of football once again. Magic round, awesome. I'd love to get up there one year and check it out, take in all the atmosphere and watch all the games all at the one place. It's pretty cool. So, anything exciting you took from the weekend of footy at Magic round?
Oh, mate, what a weekend. You know, the Manly Broncos game was an absolute cracker. I know we've got a lot of friends from PNG out there. Hey, guys, I know you love the Broncos. What a win. They had a fantastic game. Yeah. It was a real cracker. The match between the Sharkies and the Roosters, end-to-end, try for try, backwards and forwards, high-quality football. It was like a semi-final, and the Sharkies got home, so happy wife, happy life. You know, sadly, my bunnies went down. But Melbourne Storm way too good for Para. But why don't we have a look at the scores and we'll get back to that.
All right. Let's check out the results for round 11 Magic round. Kicking off the weekend was the Raiders and Bulldogs match. Raiders getting the win 24-20. I think Bulldogs are in front at half time. Raiders done well to sort of claw their way back there. Sea Eagles and the Broncos, wow. Thought this was going to be a good game. It definitely was. Went right down the wire. Broncos kicking that field goal, putting them into 13-12 win. Then we have my match of the round. was the Titans up against the Knights.
Go the Knights.
Yeah, Knights 4 in a row now and going into the bye nicely. 28-24 win against the Titans, who were actually looked pretty good considering they're missing half their team. I didn't know what was going on with their jersey, though. I thought that was a bit of... that one wasn't really too good. I don't know what they're thinking there. Anyway, then we went into the Sharks and Roosters game. We thought this one was going to be a cracker as well. The top two teams up there, 38-30. The Sharks got over the Roosters in a tri-fest up there. Yeah.
Dead set match of the round, that one. It was a cracker. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the Gold Coast jersey either, but maybe there should be an investigation. Where's Tuvey when you need him? But on the other half of the draw, Cowboys too good for the Bunnies. They tried hard. They hung in there for a while, but just couldn't get the win. Everybody lost their perfect round on the Panthers. If you're not like me and tipped the Bunnies, most people had 5 out of 5 at that point. Warriors stunning the Panthers 22-20, really putting a dent in their premiership credentials for this year. One team not putting a dent in their credentials, the Melbourne Storm, obliterating the Parramatta Eels, which resulted, as we know, in Brad Arthur's getting fired. And we'll talk about that a little later on, but the Storm almost putting 50 on Parramatta, 48-16. And the Sunday night game, the Dolphins played out a really interesting contest, actually. The Tigers, again, kind of playing like the Titans. They're playing good, but just not good enough to win, you know, and the Dolphins ended up wrapping that one up 24-12.
Yeah, I was surprised with the Warriors game myself. I thought, Panthers will probably have them, but yeah, they've come back. They're back in the winners circle. Well done to them. Let's have a look at the NRL ladder after round 11. Sharks sitting pretty up on top still. South still down the bottom. Yeah, Warriors jumped up a little bit after that win. And Broncos and Raiders are jumping up again. They've gone up a notch each week in the last couple of weeks.
Yep, Dolphins looking really strong this year as a top 4 contender. They started strong, as you remember, last year, but it was about now they started to fade, and injuries and depth were challenged. But with some good off-season signings, Flegler, Herbie Farnworth, that kid that come out of nowhere, what's his name, the fullback, Fuller. Oh my God, what a player! Tabuai-Fidow back this week. They're looking like a genuine title contender.
Yeah, definitely.
The Sharks are definitely laying the platform. The Roosters in recent weeks have been really good as well. But that top 8, I think anyone in that top 8 could really be a contender at the moment, and it's up to the guys just outside the Dragons, Manly, Cowboys, and Bulldogs to make that next step and get them into that zone. Sadly, my Bunnies still dead last. The worst South team this century was the 2006 South Sydney Rabbitohs. After 10 games, they had 1 win, minus 152. This year, they have 1 win, minus 186 for and against. So officially, the South Sydney 2024 team is the worst South Sydney team this century. So let's hope they can turn it around this week against Parramatta.
Oh, let's hope. Yeah, hopefully, they can do that. I might have a sneaky tip on them, maybe. Speaking of tips, let's check out what happened this week in our tipping. This is my 3rd week in a row I've picked up 6. Looks like PJ, you've got 6 as well. Yeah, a couple of.
I had a late change. For anyone following last week, I did pick the Titans. I didn't realise that AJ Primson and the halfback was out, so I made a late switch to the Knights and managed to pick up another point. So 6 out of 8 for that. Bunnies cost me, and the Penrith Panthers cost everyone. So
yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
All right, round 12. Here we go. Kicking off on Thursday at Accor Stadium. We've got the Bulldogs taking on the Dragons. Dragons coming off the bye. I've got them switched around the wrong way there. That's all right.
You do.
Bulldogs
are at home, everyone. Bulldogs are at home.
Bulldogs are at home. Is that going to make a difference, though? After their loss to the Raiders, only just though, but good game last weekend. Yeah, what's your thoughts here, PJ?
Yeah, the Bulldogs were good last week. Dragons obviously beat Souths and then had a bye last week, so they'll be fresh. I'm probably leaning towards the Bulldogs at this point. I think it'll be a close one, but I'll be going Bulldogs 1-12 there.
Yeah. I'm thinking probably Bulldogs. You heard it here first. I've tipped the Bulldogs this week.
Yep. What do you think about Matt Burton for the Origin team, Breno?
Yeah, I think he'd be my second choice. I think.
Yep. So Jerome Luai 6.
For sure. I think he's.
Yeah, and Nico Hines 7.
And Hines, yeah.
Yeah. Matt Burton centre maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Bradman Becks has to be there. I'm thinking, who's the other one? I can't figure out who I'd want to be the other centre.
There's not many to choose from by the sound of it either, so...
No. Well, Zach Lomax will put his hand up, but I think he's a winger.
All right, into the second game of the round. We have at Queensland at Country Bank Stadium, Cowboys taking on the Tigers. Cowboys sitting in 12th, Tigers 15th. Cowboys off that little win against the Rabbitohs, and Tigers lost against the Dolphins last week. This one's going to be another interesting game to tip, I think. I might be tipping the Cowboys again. They need to redeem themselves with me, though.
Yeah, Cowboys definitely for me. There's a couple of injuries in the West Tigers team. Justin Olam, I know he's a big PNG fan. Guys love him from PNG. He's out. Brent Naden's out, suspended. Brain snaps from that bloke, fair dinkum. But Isaiah Papali'i is back in. So they kind of lose a couple, but they gain a better one. So, it could even it up. But I'm the same. I think Cowboys are a confidence team. They got a bit of confidence after last week's win. 5 straight losses. They'll win again against the Tigers. I'll probably pick them 1-12.
Yeah, 1 to 12. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have at Four Pines Park on Friday night. We've got Seagulls taking on the Storm. So Seagulls are sitting down in 10th, just edging on the 8. Storm are sitting nice in 2nd. They jumped up from 3rd this week. They've done a little swap again with the Panthers. After their little win against the Eels, it was 48-16. That wasn't a little win at all. Seagulls coming off that loss against the Broncos, 1 point in it. So yeah, this one will be an interesting one. I'm thinking Storm 1 to 12.
Storm 1 to 12. Yeah, I'm probably leaning more towards 13 plus. They beat Manly 24-6 last year. Beaten them 26 times since 1998. Manly just 17 wins. Yeah, right. Storm have definitely been a strong team against Manly. But Jason Saab is back. That's a big in for Manly. Yeah. They've lost Matt Lodge, but that's nothing. And on the Melbourne side, they've got Jerome. Yeah, Jerome Hughes in, but Munster's out. Yeah. It's like a huge loss for Melbourne and for Queensland. So I still see him winning. I'll probably go 13 plus Melbourne.
All right, let's move into the next game. We're going into Saturday, going to GIO Stadium down in the capital. Raiders are taking on the Roosters. Raiders sitting in 6th, Roosters 7th. So this could be an interesting game for both of them. Hopefully locking in a good spot in the 8 or maybe even falling out. Raiders win against the Bulldogs 24-20, and Roosters had that little loss against the Sharks. What a great game that was. I think I'm going to go Raiders with the home advantage for this one, 1 to 12.
Raiders were clunky against the Bulldogs. They got home, but they were clunky against a well-oiled team like the Roosters. Joey Manu's back after his week off for concussion. Luke Keary copped a hit in that game, but he's playing. Sam Walker was pretty good in the Sharks game. I didn't realise how good a goal kicker he was. He's gotten so much better at goal kicking from a couple of years ago when he first came in and was handed the duties. But I think the Roosters will win. I'm going 1 to 12, but not with a lot of confidence. It could be 13 plus. But Raiders at home, this is the game they have to stand up. This is the game they've got to prove they're a top 5 team, and they've got to beat the Roosters this week if they're going to do that.
Yeah, it'll be a tough one for both, I think. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. We go over to PointsBet Stadium down the Shire. We have the Sharks taking on the Panthers, so this should be a good one. A couple of the top teams battling it out. So Sharks sitting in 1st, Panthers are in 3rd. Panthers have just come off that loss, but Sharks flying high, only losing 1 game so far this year. I'm definitely going to go Sharks 1 to 12 for this one.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute screamer, this game. Penrith were really good for periods of the game last week, and then they just fair dinkum switched off.
Yeah,
they just fair dinkum switched off, and I don't know why or how that happened, but the Warriors just come storming home. I think Dylan Edwards got 256 run meters. Amazing effort from a fullback. Just couldn't get him home.
Yeah.
And I think the Sharkies, they're just rolling on everyone who stands up in front of them. They're knocking them down. Everyone said they've got Storm, Roosters, Panthers in a 3-week period. They haven't beaten many top 8 teams in the last 3 years, despite the fact they've finished as high as they do on the table. This year, they've beaten both of them so far. And if they beat the Panthers, who are still without Cleary, we understand that. They're down a couple of troops. But if they can win this week, they're going to take all 6 points from those 3 games and be really, really establishing themselves as title contenders. Nico Hines was phenomenal. Will Kennedy had a really good game. And, I just think Sharkies for sure, but probably 1 to 12.
Yeah. All right, it's the next Saturday night game. Here we go, PJ. What's going to happen here? We've got Rabbitohs up against the Eels. Both teams.
Must be crystal ball.
Both teams are really struggling at the moment. and we'll talk a bit more about the Eels in a minute. Both coming off loss. That Eels loss was massive. The rest of the games, Magic Round, were pretty close, but this one was just ridiculously blown out. I'm actually thinking of putting my money on Rabbitohs this week, 1-12.
I'm going the same way.
Yeah.
I went south last week. We just got beat. We're going to win this week. Parramatta are in crisis mode. It's all over. They've sacked their coach. They tried to get Wayne Bennett, but South have pinched him. Well, they had him all the way, but anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to draw some confidence here. I've got nothing. South, they've finally, I mean, fans have been saying this for 2 months, but hey, the coaching staff have worked it out, so well done, Bunnies. Jack Whiten will be at 6. Cody Walker will be at 7. We've struggled in the halves all year. Everyone can see it, but they've done nothing about it, and now they've finally worked out maybe we should put both of those Origin players in the halves together. Bing!
Yep. Finally.
So we'll see if that makes a difference. Yeah, we'll see if that makes a difference. Alex Johnson was back last week, scored a try. He's now one off Billy Slater for the second highest try scorer in the history of the game. That could be beat. I'll be here Saturday night at this game. Hopefully I get to see Alex Johnson become the second greatest try scorer of all time. Bunnies 1-12.
Nice. Yeah, I think Parramatta might be dreaming, thinking Bennett was going to come to them. Anyway.
I saw a statement from the CEO. He said we threw everything at him, but he wants to beat the Rabbitohs.
Yeah. Yes.
So, you know, and then Braithen Astor's on 360 last night. I had to laugh. He's there going, you know, oh, South should be worried. South should be worried. It's like, come on, man. He's already signed. We know he's already signed.
Yeah.
Come on.
He has backflipped before, though. So.
Yeah,
anyway,
true.
But it's all done and dusted now. Okay, so let's move on to the next Saturday. Oh, sorry, this is the Sunday game at Suncorp. Let's see how the Suncorp field's fed up after last weekend. But Broncos are taking on the Titans. Broncos sitting in 5th. Titans down in 16th. Broncos are still looking really strong, even though that loss against the Seagulls last week. Titans and that loss against the Knights. I think Broncos 1-12.
Yeah, Broncos. Reece Walsh is back. He was a big out right before kickoff last week. I think that definitely levelled them out with Manly, and Manly felt that they could get there. But he's back this week. Billy Walters is back this week at number 9.
Out too.
Staggs is out, but Josiah Karapani, South Junior actually. He's been playing fullback for South Juniors for years. He kind of never really got into first grade. He's left. He's gotten a start now in the centres at the Broncos. So good luck, Josiah. I think he might have scored last week. But he did a lot of running meters in that game, I remember. No, he did not score last week. So he did play a good game. Titans have been good without winning. I don't see a win here. I think Broncos are going to get this one. Probably 1-12. It could be in the 13+ range, but I'm going to stick with 1-12. I think the Titans have been too good to get smashed.
Yeah, that's right.
This week. Yeah.
All right, final game of the round. We're going to Go Media Stadium, going across the ditch. Warriors taking on the Dolphins. Warriors sitting in 13th. Dolphins been in 4th for the last 3 weeks. They're doing really well, especially after that win against the Tigers. I think I'll have to. Oh, see, I don't know. This is another game where you've got the home team advantage. It's very strong over there. It's hard to win over in New Zealand.
Yeah, so. I'm looking for a coin, man. Toss a coin. Which Warriors team's going to turn up, you know? So, yeah, it's a tough one. Warriors were great last week.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they were great last week. They really
they fired up.
Yeah, hung in there against a good first half Penrith team. They played some really good football, Penrith, in that first half.
Yeah, it's been a long time
but something happened. They just checked out, and Warriors went, oh, we got this, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So away they went. But for the ends, I mean, had Tabuai Fidow was back in last week, scored a try, fantastic game. They are so much better, and they're a good team, Dolphins, but they are so much better when he's playing. Jared Wallace is back on an extended bench. There's not really many ins for them. Warriors have a lot of ins, but they all seem to be on the extended bench as well, so probably not really. The main one, Rocco Berry's back. in the centres, so that will be a good in for them. I can't see anything but a Dolphins win.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 1-12, expecting that the Warriors will play really good at home, but Dolphins will still get the chocolates.
I think I'll lean towards that too. Dolphins 1-12.
Yep.
All right, that's the end of round 12 for us. Let's have a look now at some of the things we've already hinted at. We've been talking about some of these breaking news. Here we go. Eels. What is happening at the Eels? This is a surprise. When we're talking about the Rabbitohs the other day, we sort of knew it was coming, but all of a sudden, breaking news. Arthur's set to be sacked by the Eels. He was sacked. And there's a lovely little statement from the Eels. How it all unfolded. Yeah.
Yeah, if he was at the Roosters, Breno, they would have let out a statement and said that we've withdrawn his offer. He didn't leave. We withdrew his offer. But yeah, no, Parramatta, they want to go somewhere and they're not getting there. That's basically what that statement says. We've put our faith in him. We've stuck by him. We're not getting where we want to be. Short memories, I don't know. They were in the grand final 2 years ago, 18 months ago.
Yeah.
I think Brad Arthur's a good coach. I haven't seen a lot of recruitment from Parramatta for many years. They've brought in a couple of young forwards and really developed them, your Hopgoods and those guys. Ryan Madison come across. But apart from them, there's not really been any signings. So I'd be challenging the board to go, hey, if you want to get to the next level, you got to bring in a marquee centre or something like that and really push this team into the next level because, Gutherson's great, but, he's getting a bit on. Dylan Brown's good, but he's not really consistent. Mitch Moses is still out, so you can't blame him for that. And, they got Sean Russell. He came in a couple of years ago as a winger, and he was a good winger, but he's playing centre now. Will Penasini, pretty average. Micah Sevo, a little bit rocks and diamonds, So there's not a lot of class in their back line. And when you look at the games, a lot of the points are scored out wide. So I think Parramatta need to have a reality check on their recruitment and pick up some really good outside backs. I think then you might see them not only score more points, but be defending better when they don't have the ball.
Yeah, watch this space. See what happens. Anyway, this one, you got to be excited about this one though, aren't you? Let us know what you think, PJ. Breaking news: Wayne Bennett officially joins South Sydney on a 3-year deal. He's cheering.
Loving it. No, Wayne always wanted to come back. He loves the place to bits. We desperately need him. Ben Hornby showed already in the first couple of games in the last couple of weeks. He doesn't have what we need. That we've seen a bit of a reaction in the Cowboys game, playing a better game, but we played a much lower team. Finally we got the halves changes that the fans have been calling for 2 months. So we'll see if that helps the team flow in attack better. I think it will. But the biggest problem is just our forwards aren't getting enough platform. There's too many injuries there, and we're leaking way too many points up the middle of the park.
Yeah.
So Souths need to have a defensive mindset in this game. Wayne Bennett is that sort of coach. He'll bring everyone together. He's inspirational. He lifts you up and he makes you want to die for him. He's just that kind of coach. So he'll be a big in for South Sydney next year. But that's next year, as Cody Walker said today. We got this week to worry about.
Yeah, that's right. He's also connected. I've heard there's a whisper that after this 3-year deal, he might be the coach to bring in the PNG team if that happens.
Yep. That would be pretty awesome if it did.
If he can do with them what he did to the Titans in their first year. Oh, not Titans, sorry. The Dolphins. Yeah. Get them.
Yeah, and I think the team's called the PNG Paradise too, Breno.
It is. Is it?
The fans have spoken.
Yeah.
PNG Paradise was definitely the most popular name that we got through the website. So
yeah, and
we'll call them
asked,
the Paradise until we're told otherwise.
What that was about, and it's actually because of the bird of paradise. It's on one of their animals. I think it's on their flag. Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
All right. Good on you, Wayne Bennett. Hope he does all right
Nice.
for you.
We've got another piece of breaking news, Breno.
Yes.
This is a message to all our friends who like our tips, okay? Don't private message us, okay? Just hang in there. We do the podcast on Wednesday. All the tips come out Wednesday. I'm talking to you, Willie Kawhi. I'm talking to you, Luluwai Asiniha. I'm talking to you, Samuel Wake. And I'm talking to you, Side High.
Dear.
All right? Don't message us. We'll put our tips out on Wednesday. We need that. We need that time to mull over the lineups and look at the players and the history and come up with a good tip for you that hopefully you're winning on. Gamble responsibly.
You're making some friends, PJ. It's good.
Yeah.
Last bit of news we've got for you. Munster is out. We did sort of mention that before. 8 to 10 weeks, and we'll be out of Origin. So it's a win for the New South Wales Blues.
Yeah, all Origin games out for the entire
Gone.
series, which is a huge blow for Queensland. Who's a backup 5'8"? I don't even know for Queensland. There's Ramam.
Mam,
Queensland?
sorry, yeah, I think Mam's going to get that.
Mam will get in there. Yeah,
I
Mam
reckon
and
for sure he has to with his form.
yeah, Mam and Cherry Evans for sure. He's been amazing at Origin level. Cherry Evans after not making it for many years. But that's a blow. It's a blow for Queensland. Munster's a fantastic player. When he was up for contract, actually, I was really hoping South would sign him. He's just got that creative ability. He's a great leader. You know, we went with Cody Walker for a couple more years. But Munster, I think that would have been an absolute next level signing for South to push him in that next direction. Not to be.
All right, are you ready for it, PJ? This is
Oh, I'm ready.
this is your moment.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
PJ's tip of the week.
Never get tired of the glasses. Alrighty, so last week, just a recap. I went Raiders 1 to 12, correct. I went Storm 13 plus, correct. I went Dolphins 1 to 12, just got it with 24-12 win. The only tip I missed last week was the Penrith Panthers, and they let everybody down. So damn you, Panthers. Damn you. Yes. I'm talking to you, Stuart Moffat. Panthers fan? Bad. All right, so this week, here's the next tip. You ready? That's last week. We're going Cowboys 1 to 12. We're going Storm 13 plus. We're going Sharks 1 to 12. And we're going Broncos 1 to 12. So get on those. Cowboys 1 to 12, Storm 13 plus, Sharks 1 to 12, Broncos 1 to 12. Gamble responsibly. Hopefully I can get 4. Haven't done it yet, but I got bloody close last week.
PJ's tip of the week.
Yeah,
Love
awesome work. Hopefully we can get a win out of that one. You're so close. That's probably the closest one you've had, I think, isn't it? Or, yeah, three. Yeah, done well.
Oh, I've had 4. I've had 4 right. Right.
The tips are right, but
wrong
the margins are
I've
wrong.
got
Yeah,
2 margins wrong. So
that doesn't count.
I don't know which one's closer.
Yeah, sports bet. It doesn't work on sports bet.
No. They're all losses, mate.
You can ring them up and say, "Hey, look, I had the 4 right, but yeah, the margins are wrong. Just pay me out." No.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that brings us to the end of this episode. I forgot to mention it's Indigenous Round 2 this week, so it'll be interesting to see what they've got on offer before the kickoffs. They'll always have a little bit of a ceremony, so check it out. Enjoy the games.
Yeah, I'm coming to you live from Darawal country in southern Sydney. Breno, where are you? You're up in the Newcastle region, right?
Wobbecool, yeah.
Wobbecool country, yep. But I'm a true Gadigal man. I'm just living here for the missus. Trust me. Gadigal all the way.
All good. All right, everyone, enjoy the football on the weekend. Hope you enjoy it too, PJ. You going to the game or?
100%.
Yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
be there with
All
bells
right.
on. Come say hi.
Go say hello to him.
All right.
Might look forward to a live video.
Yep. You enjoy the bye,
Oh yes.
and I'll
sit back
hopefully
and
enjoy
relax.
a win over Parramatta.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make sure you get onto our group page and join the chat. See you soon.
Joining the chat. Join Breno and PJ next week for some more NRL live chat.